What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Transfer Talk. Less than 1 week left of the window, so make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Today we'll be talking about Benrahma, we'll be talking about Brewster, Christian Benteke to Tottenham, and more. So let's get right into it. Okay, the first rumor is based on David Ornstein, the Athletic reporter who's very reliable. He just done a general update on Palace and has said the following. Crystal Palace are another club ready to bolster their attack if the right opportunity arises. Brewster and Brentford say Benrahma were candidates, but those advances do not look likely to develop. Watford's Sarr is a player who Palace contemplated before he joined Watford, so they may explore that avenue again and are also monitoring Sarr Edouard, yet sources close to Celtic insist he will not be leaving. Brewster is the only realistic signing that I see happening because first and foremost, Brewster is worth around £90 million according to reports that Athletic have suggested. So if we can't afford £90 million for Brewster, then you have to forget about Benrahma and Sarr and Edouard because they're worth way more. Sarr and Edouard is worth around £40 million according to reports, and with Brentford's Benrahma is worth around £25 million. So Brewster is the most realistic one. And another reason why I can see Brewster coming to Palace if it was to happen is because Roy Hodgson has suggested that we want another striker. But then things get complicated because with the Brewster situation, Sheffield United are also after him. So it is going to be a long week, and Ornstein has said that it is unlikely for these to develop, but there's something in me that suggests that Palace may pursue them, but we may have to sell before we buy. And that's where Christian Benteke comes in, which we'll be talking about in a couple of minutes. But let me know what you guys think about all these rumors. If I was to pick one player, I think realistically it would be Brewster that could be signing for Palace. But even that, according to Ornstein, seems unlikely. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, in the next couple of days, we'll see more updates regarding these individual players and what Palace need to do. But for now, all these signings do seem unlikely. And for Sarr and Edouard, I'll just write it off because I think with Benrahma and Brewster, there's a chance. But Edouard and Sarr around £40 million price range, you're not having that from Palace unless we sell 3 or 4 players and Wilfried Zaha, which doesn't seem like it's going to happen. But let's move on to the second rumor. The next rumor is on Christian Benteke, but it is a weird one because last week we were talking about Benteke going back to his home country, but now it seems like Benteke could be moving to another Premier League team because according to the Football Insider, a recruitment source for Jose Mourinho has now given the green light for Tottenham to go for Benteke. However, the website Inside Football has suggested that Tottenham Hotspur have made no contact with Palace striker Benteke, overtaking him to North London in the final week of the transfer window. Football is an unexpected sport. You can't expect everything to happen accordingly because results go against you, but transfers as well, clearly, because Christian Benteke has never been rumoured to join Tottenham. So I don't know what's happened at Tottenham, but it seems like Jose Mourinho has faith that he can revive Christian Benteke's career and make him score goals at Tottenham. But for me, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I'll be happy for Benteke to go to another Premier League team and have an opportunity and go to a bigger club, which sounds weird considering the man has struggled to score goals under Roy Hodgson. But let's see what happens. For me, the price range still stays the same. I feel like £8 to £10 million is a realistic price for Christian Benteke. And now that it is Tottenham involved, I feel like we should still ask that. But let me know what you guys think. Is your price range increasing now that Tottenham's involved, or is it staying the same? And let's move on to the next rumor. The final rumor is on Daniel James. According to the Daily Mail, Daniel James wants to stay and fight for his place at Manchester United despite interest from Leeds United and Crystal Palace. I wouldn't mind it if it happened because Daniel James has got the pace, and I know he has struggled at Manchester United, but he's not the only player. We've seen it with the likes of Paul Pogba struggling as well. United just have a crisis going on with the board and the management. So maybe if Daniel James was to join Palace, he'll have less pressure, be able to play his football to what he done at Swansea, and also just enjoy his time at Palace. But of course, Daniel James wants to stay at Manchester United, but this could potentially change. And the reason why I'm saying this is because United have been after Sancho for a while now, and now Sarr. If they get one of the two players, Daniel James drops even more in the pecking order. So maybe he wants to leave and go and play football because he won't be having much game time at United if they get another winger, because it seems like he's not favoured there. So hopefully United can get another winger and we could sign Daniel James, whether it's on loan or permanent signing. I'm not too sure. The report hasn't suggested anything like that. But I would be a fan of this. But let me know what you guys think about the Daniel James rumours. Would you be happy if we signed Daniel James? Hasn't got end product, understand that, but has got the pace, and that could be vital due to the style that Roy Hodgson plays. Well, that's it for today. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on future content. And until next time, up the Palace.